Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Joke Rogers. On the program today, the Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade flags off 5,000 housing units project to resettle displaced Makarfi people. The Abuja State Police Command nab murder and ATM fraud suspects. And Governor Aminu Masari leads residents of Katsina State in prayers for the health and safe return of President Muhammadu Buhari. Welcome to the program. We're starting off today with legal matters. The Federal High Court in Abuja has reserved ruling until March 13th to decide on two separate applications filed by Shell Oil Exploration Limited and Shell Oil Exploration seeking to set aside an order of forfeiture granted the EFCC in respect of oil prospecting license 245. Justice John Soho was urged by the two companies to set aside the order he granted the EFCC on January 26, 2017 on the grounds that the EFCC chairman, who is the applicant in the ex parte motion, was not the proper person to file it. Lawyers to the two companies told the court that the EFCC chairman was wrong in law in bringing the ex parte motion that led to the order of forfeiture in his capacity as the chairman. The counsel submitted that the conditions which ought to have been met by the EFCC before bringing the motion were not met, and as such the order of forfeiture granted is null and void. However, opposing the application, the EFCC counsel, Mr. Johnson Ojogwane, asked the court to dismiss the two applications on the ground that there was no proper suit before the court. He added that the ex parte application was brought by the EFCC chairman in line with Section 44 of the 1999 Constitution, and as such he is a competent person to bring the said application on behalf of the Commission. Mr. Ojogwane said that it will be a disservice to the federal government and to Nigerians to vacate the temporary order in respect of OPL 245 because of the element of criminality involved. After listening to both parties, Justice Soho adjourned ruling till the 13th of March 2017. A group of protesters loyal to the Senator Ahmed Makarfi Caretaker Committee of the People's Democratic Party has taken a protest to the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party in Abuja, calling on the police to stop the national chairman of the party, Senator Ali Modu Sharif, from entering the secretariat. Senator Ali Modu Sharif moved into the National Secretariat of the PDP on Friday, relying on the Court of Appeal judgment that declared him as the authentic chairman of the party. But the group loyal to the Makarfi faction is insisting that the national chairman must wait for the Supreme Court judgment on who should be the party's chairman. Meanwhile, the national deputy chairman of the PDP, Mr. Cairo Ojubo, has described both the protest and the call to stop Sheriff as illegal. For almost 2 years, the battle for the soul of the People's Democratic Party has raged on, defying every seeming solution proffered by the members. In the meantime, the PDP candidate in the Imo North senatorial rerun election, Ethan Achono, has described last Wednesday's election petition tribunal ruling in favor of the APC candidate as ridiculous and rather disappointing. Addressing party faithful at his country home in Ehime Mbano local government area of Imo State, Mr. Achono says the outcome of the tribunal will not deter him from getting his mandate back, as he has already filed a notice of appeal.
Judgment that tribunal gave, and we are appealing it, and then the whole country. I have sent that thing to so many legal luminaries. It's a laughable judgment, so I can't say anything now because it's going to appeal. So let us wait. I have the great look. This case is not my case. Please, Okigwe people. Let me not talk now. I'm not Okigwe. My name is Atan Neja Chonu. These are Okigwe. Yes. It's their judgment. Okay. You understand? Okay. It's their constituency. Okay, finally. So now let me tell you. The result presented by ANEC showed boot by boot that we won. So the people of Okigwe, that's why every day they are in court. You understand? We'll fight to the end to make sure we get justice. And we have supreme confidence in the appeal court.
Succor may soon come the way of the displaced Bakassi people as the Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade has put to action the promises made to them a few months ago about providing befitting accommodations and basic amenities. To kickstart the process, the governor has performed the groundbreaking for the construction of 5,000 housing units for the displaced people, whom since their eviction from their ancestral home have all been clustered at the St. Mark's Nursery and Primary School in Abuja local government area of the state.
Take a good look at the St. Mary's Primary and Nursery School, Abuja local government area of Cross River State, home to the displaced Bakassi people. For you may never find them here again.
There's no medical
The plight of the displaced Bakassi people is no longer news. For 4 years now, the structure has served as shelter following their eviction from their ancestral homes. They have, through the years, had to toil under very harsh climatic conditions and engage in different activities, including learning new skills like farming in order to survive. Their plight continues to attract attention from both the national and state levels, including lawmakers. Today, he's here to fulfill that promise. Politicians, traditional rulers gather to witness the flagging off of the 5,000 housing units of two-bedroom apartments project jointly funded by the Africa Nations Development Program and the Cross River State Government.
We are not the only internally displaced people in Nigeria, but I think we are the only people who have been neglected. And so we must rally around each other and hold ourselves. This is the time to put an end to any internal crisis, to make sure that we work as a team, remain strong and united, so that we can be focused and drive this agenda. Cross River State will start the construction of the social housing program, which was meant for the Bakassi people. And 2 months from here, we're going to have the first residents in these premises.
For the displaced Bakassi people, this is a dream come true.
We therefore request you to involve the educated and exposed members among the displaced persons in executing this project. This will enhance participatory flow and understanding, as well as relieving suffering in the most families in the camp. We desire also that few among us who are professionals being involved in the management of the project. This will ease flow of information and communication.
The estate designed to be serviced with hospitals, schools, a church, shopping mall, markets, a fire station among others, is being waited upon by the people who say their dream would have come true.
Lifestyle, irregular medical checks, self-medication added to the economic recession have been seen as major precautions of renal failure in most people. Experts made this known at a free medical check outreach organized by a group of kidney health awareness group in Ile-Ife, Osun State. Over 500 men and women benefited from the free checks and free drugs program.
Recent statistics show that each year about 17,000 new cases of kidney failure are diagnosed, with only 2,000 persons having access to life-saving dialysis. Albeit, experts say early detection of kidney failure can aid proper management. Worried by this trend, a group of enthusiasts gathered these men and women, old and young, in Ile-Ife, Osun State, for a screening and awareness exercise. Organizers say the findings here are disheartening, as over 90% of the people tested are susceptible to renal failure.
And there's serious
serious medical crisis in Nigeria, because more than 90% of the people that have come here today have been diagnosed with either protein in their urine, high blood pressure. Almost 90% of the people here have high blood pressure. High blood pressure is one of the leading causes of kidney failure. High blood pressure and diabetes.
The simplest way to handle most of this situation is to make medical healthcare facilities accessible, affordable, available to people.
More worrisome is the fact that the high cost of dialysis has led some hospitals to start cutting costs by reusing consumables for patients diagnosed with kidney failure. This, she insists, is dangerous.
We are lacking consumables. We are lacking expertise. There are not enough nephrology nurses in Nigeria. A lot of them are learning on the job without much experience to manage this. And we discovered that these poor patients, some of them are even getting infected with other diseases as a result of reuse of consumables.
Going forward, experts say more still has to be done to improve the situation and to reduce the mortality rates associated with all kidney diseases.
When news across Nigeria returns, we take a look at the police activities in Ogun and Abia states. In a moment, please stay with us.